Mandurah, WA. Very windy, very cold. Beautiful spot.
Spending time on my own. Oh, you never there to answer on your phone. Even though you're alone, I wish that I could hear the words for me to carry on my own, to get me home.
We have with us a couple of guests today. This is Boss 2. That is Chump. Chumpy Chump up there, and that is Chump number 2, aka Turdy. And of course, original boss, Boss 1.
Good afternoon, it is 5:44 p.m. and we are in Perth, which is pretty cool. And I don't know who decided, but for some reason I needed to have 2 bosses. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the first boss has gone and done. Hang on, here we go. Check out the hat.
Boss, that's me.
And if one boss wasn't good enough, we have 2 bosses. So my evening tonight and your video is going to be full of lots of bossing around. Here we are, we're at this jetty with like a little, I don't know what it is, what you call it, just a roof over it. And we looked around a fair bit at different locations before we decided on this spot. We've driven around doing our normal wrecking all day. And I've decided to use this jetty today simply because there's 0 cloud in the sky. And already got a composition sort of worked out where I can incorporate this beautiful fig tree or some of the branches in the fig tree with the jetty and the setting sun. And it should work out pretty good. So let's go and make it happen.
It's a cool hard wind outside my window. Ooh, where people don't know which way to go.
Sunset is in 8 minutes and I've got stars in my eyes because of the sparkles on the boss's hat. I'm all focused, all set up, so I did my normal trick, put it into autofocus, picked a high contrast area, hit the autofocus, put it back in the manual. So now all we need to do is work on waiting for the sun to go down. It's starting to dip just down behind the horizon now, but I've been starting to take some shots now. F9, 1/50th of a second. I want to try and keep it going, the shutter speed up, because the wind is blowing this fig tree here, and what will happen is the fig tree will blur if it moves around too much. So trying to keep the shutter speed up, which is a bit of a challenge because it's starting to get darker. I think I can take these off now. There we go, I can actually see. So I've got my travel tripod as well. A lot of people ask about what I travel with. This is the Benro, what is it, 3180T carbon fibre travel flat. Actually packs up flat in the bottom of my suitcase, which is really cool. It makes it easy, a really good sturdy tripod. So unfortunately not a very cracking sunset. I've come all the way to Perth to get sunsets to the west and no cloud in the sky. That's all right. We are getting dolphins though, which is pretty cool.
Let me hear you say, let's go undercover. I wanna be your lover. I don't want the games they play. It's not us, so we better stay.
Just chilling.
Well, just moved composition. The sun's gone down, it's not very exciting. And I thought I'll go for the whole symmetrical look. So zoom into here and you'll see what I'm up to. So as you can see, just getting all the boards, the timber boards up nice and close. We've got those details with the hut at the end and a little bit of colour on the horizon. So now, because I'm not worrying about that tree moving, I can go to a longer shutter speed as well and blur the water a bit. So I might put some filters on and we'll have a look. All right, so I've got the filters out now, put the Lee filter holder on the front. And I'm just going to try and slow the shutter speed down a bit. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to put a circular polarizing filter on. which looks something like that. And we're just going to work out which is the best way for me to put it. I think it's to get rid of the reflections. I think it's going to be that way. It is technical, but you've got to look through it. Okay, and now if I go to f13, it's still a pretty quick shutter speed, probably a bit too quick. Let's see. Oh no, it's enough to start blurring the water. Yeah, it's starting to blur the water. We need it to be a little bit darker yet to get the effect that I want. The other option is we can take that out. Actually, let's put one on the top as well. I'll put a soft grad on the top just to stop some more light coming in. So at the 0.9 soft grad, I'll just stick that in front of that one just to darken the sky down, see if we can get the shutter speed a bit slower. See how we go. All right, now we've got a 1 second shutter speed. So 1 second will be enough to blur the water. Yeah, we could probably do with a little bit of a longer shutter speed. So we'll just wait for that light to dip a little bit more, and then we'll see if we can get a couple of longer exposures. Oh, on my knees as usual, begging, boss.
Yeah, it's not working. We're running to dolphins, peeps. Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh. God, what are they doing?
Probably fishing.
Out you come. Come on. Come on, guys.
Oh, there's a baby.
Chasing the fish.
There they are. Oh, yay. So there we have the two geeks geeking over the drone. Oh, it's so exciting. They're taking footage with the flying machine.
It's a cool hard world outside my window. Ooh, where people don't know which way to go. Go. I breathe you in 'cause you're still on my pillow. Oh, I stay home with you in my head.
All right, well the sun's gone down. Sunset was about 10 minutes ago, and now that it's got a whole bunch darker, I can get my longer exposures that I was after. So I've got it at I'm going to go for f9, gives me 4 seconds. I'll take a shot with that. I've got my circular polarizing filter in there. I've also got a 0.9 soft grad, just darkening the sky to allow me to get a longer exposure. I might actually pull that out because I'll still get 3 seconds. I don't need that anymore. And I'll do a 3 second exposure. And then we're going to compare shots between my images and Boss number 2's images on the iPhone. That's what we're going to do, isn't it, Boss 2?
Correct.
Yep. So where's your iPhone, Boss 2? Bring it over. Here we go. Let's have a look at Boss 2's photos. Let's see what did Boss 2 come up with.
So rubbish, but look at the.
Okay, we'll let the watchers be the audience be the judges.
I was going for the, you know.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I think it's pretty stunning.
All right, now compare it with my one. We'll let the audience judge. There we go. I think it's pretty good. Could do a little bit of photoshopping.
Yeah, well, no, I finished it. It's on Facebook.
All right, good job, Boss 2. We're going to make a photographer out of you yet. And you're using an iPhone, so that's pretty good.
I don't know if it's a Huawei.
What is it?
Cheap phone.
It's a cheap phone, so it's not even an iPhone. But what do I say? I always say the best camera is the one that you've got on you, so it doesn't matter what you take it with. Well, we're going to wrap it up now anyway. Thanks for joining me for my first sunset shoot in Perth. We've got a few more coming up, so make sure you watch next week. I'm going to also be heading down to the Busselton Jetty, which has been on my bucket list like forever. And the weather forecast is a bit iffy, but it means there'll be some cloud in the sky, and if we're really lucky, I'll be able to grab some nice photos of Busselton Jetty with some beautiful colour in the sky. So we'll see you then. Until next time, get out there and take some photos.
Spending time far away was never what I meant to do for us. Even though you're okay, I wish that I could give you all of me for you to save. When it gets dark, I'll take the blame for what we are. I'm not sure that we can keep getting out of emotion. Bide our time and proceed. Calculate in the equation.